Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ambition Amplified. I'm your host today, this beautiful Sunday evening, Celeste. And today we have a very special guest. Please give a warm welcome to Talia the Greatest. Now, thank you so much for joining us today. Do you have any just opening remarks you want to give?
No, really just thank you for the opportunity. And left to, so I'm just excited to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you here. I will say the audio is cutting out on my end, but that just could be me. But just in case, I don't know if you can hear me
I
properly.
can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. So, but it's such a pleasure to have you here, Talia. Thank you so much for giving us some of your time. We really appreciate it. But let's start by diving into your background and your journey into the world of photography. Can you
hmm
tell us anything about how you get started and what drew you to photography?
what drew me to photography? I was a senior in high school. I ended up buying a camera like earlier that year. Um, and I honestly just took it to school, and that's where I started my journey. I thought it was like really cool and amazing to be able to just pick up a camera and like be equipped for
Hmm.
um the real world. I didn't really expect it at first, but it came, and I took the opportunity with open hands, and I began to love it.
Awesome. Was it just
Yeah.
like something you kind of picked up naturally, like with watching videos or anything like that? Just like someone introduced it to you?
I'm self-taught. Personally, I'm self-taught. I like to ask people for advice, but that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that so
Yeah.
much. A lot of artists tend to be self-taught, and it's a really hard thing to do, but
Yeah.
research is important. So, it's a great time to be self-taught. I think there's so much information out there that you could just gather. But I love
Yeah.
that. I
Yes,
love
I
that.
think it is a very, like, I love photography not only because it's something to do. I love it because I can express myself in different ways through doing it, and that's what allows it to be an amazing experience for me. I've shot people like Common, um, local artists like Mellow Bugs. I've shot for different brands. So I've definitely got ahead of the game and allowing myself to get experience and exposure. That's what I go off of. And yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That's great. That's amazing. I love that so much. Um, And then I wanted to kind of dive into a little bit of some recent stuff as well. So I
hmm
saw that you started a new podcast with your co-star.
Yes.
E. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Um, yeah, called Chipreneurs, I believe. That's how
Yes,
you
ma'am.
say it.
Yes,
Perfect.
entrepreneurs.
Chipreneurs. Okay. Chipreneurs. I don't know.
Yes.
Perfect.
Shypreneurs,
Chipreneurs.
it stands short for Chicago Entrepreneurs. I really just love it because it's a space to acknowledge different creatives, and entrepreneurs because we lack um, acknowledgement in our community. So I wanted to make a space for it.
Yeah, I love it. It's so far, I'm really excited for it. And I know it's just like launched. You guys just posted about it like 4 days
Yes,
ago. So it's like
yes,
brand new, everyone. So keep an eye out, everyone. Um,
yes.
but yeah, I wanted to ask if like you could tell us a little about the content you guys are gonna have or any guests that you're anticipating on having and such like that.
So dates are coming really soon. We actually just started filming some stuff, some promo and stuff like that. So it's actually coming really soon. We just want to make sure that we start off with allowing people the space of encouragement. So bringing people who have already made it so people can get encouraged or get some wisdom from different artists. Different podcasts, different artists. So one of our first series will be podcasts. So yeah, so we're bringing people like Gartasia into the scene and getting some knowledge from him. We're looking forward to having KB Nini. She is an artist, comedian. She does a lot of different good stuff in the community as well. She always give back. And we have one more person that goes by the name of Sam Sparks. He actually takes the ownership of being an entrepreneur and having a space for a podcast. So he has his own restaurant called it's a coffee shop called The Brew.
Oh, I've heard of the brew. Oh my God,
Yes,
that's
on 71st
amazing.
and Jeffrey.
Yes. Oh my God, that's you have a lineup ready to go. I love it. Yes.
Yes.
Well, everyone keep an eye out for that. It's gonna be
Yes.
Chipreneurs.
Yes.
It's gonna be a great podcast. I'm so excited to hear more about it. But
Thank
yeah,
you.
congratulations on that.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to have you guys on the show as an organization that
Oh,
does the same thing as us. Like this is what we built the space for, to allow people to not only be acknowledged but take ownership of and be proud of what they've accomplished.
yeah, of course. And it's a great way to spread advice, to spread, acknowledgement and everything of the sort. So thank you for being a part of that. It's going to be really important to so many of
Yes,
our
thank you so
community.
much. I
Yeah, of
can't wait
course.
to make the impact, because what we're doing also in the inside is um bringing people who want to learn media. So we're bringing in people who are new. Like one of our newest staff, she always say, "I've only done photography for 4 months," and I'm like, that doesn't ever matter. Like as long as you're encouraged and willing, it's always going to be a spot.
Yeah, no, that's important too, especially with people who are just trying to get some sort of experience or get,
Yeah,
a foot in the door. That's like the
yeah,
best opportunity is to work with people who are willing. And that's really important that you guys are doing that and giving to the community of Chicago. So thank you
yes.
so
Thank
much
you
for
so
doing that.
much. Thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
of course.
A lot of platforms definitely developed our mechanism for the show. And I feel like
Okay.
it's definitely important that we, show and give effort to people who actually are trying. Um, in the world that we're living in right now, it's kind of hard for people to be entrepreneurs, to be creators. Like, I'm not gonna say it's no money in it, because it's a lot of money in it, but it takes time. So
Yeah, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of
yeah,
dedication. But
yeah,
it's
to
important
keep
to teach that.
consistent.
Exactly. Yeah, no, thank you so much. I really appreciate you getting a little bit talking more about that. I hope everyone
Yes.
stays tuned for that. It's going to be amazing. I love it. Speaking of which, you're with your creativity. Can you tell us a little bit about your creative process and how you approach, creating something like a podcast, as well as your photo shoots, and like what it's like to what's going on in Talia's head?
Okay, so I've actually had this idea for years. It first developed off of the magazine. I was telling myself, because I'm a photographer, I look at a lot of magazines. I look at a lot of models. So that was part of my inspiration. Wanting to have my own magazine with my own photos. So I started gathering different artists in Chicago, which is a lot of trial and tribulation. But I started grabbing photographers, telling them, like, are you willing to, take a gap and be in a magazine? And they were like, oh my gosh. So I never published the magazine, but it's gonna grow and it's gonna be what it is. By the end of 2026, I'm gonna manifest it. By the
Yes.
end of 2026, I will have the magazine out, and it's going to be called Shypreneurs. So the magazine is going to be the acknowledgement part. So we're going to be able to bring it to different cities. Like Shypreneurs is Chicago based now, but I don't ever like imagine it just staying here. I want to go all over. We're going to take it to Texas. We're going to take it to Atlanta. We're going to take it global. So
Yes, I love it, and I love the ambition so much. That's why we're here. So that's
yes,
amazing, and we're
I
gonna have that for sure. It's not a oh it will maybe happen. It's a for sure gonna happen.
yes,
Yes,
it is gonna happen.
yes.
I also have a co-host named by by the name of Aisha B. She is an amazing person. I met her actually working through True Star, which we'll get into later. But she is my co-host, and like it's been an amazing process. We met each other actually in June, and I've actually like added her to my brain and my creativity with the podcast. So we're definitely gonna host it and bring the energy together.
I love that. Yeah, and I saw a lot of her edits. I think she's an editor. Yeah, right.
Yes, she's
Yeah.
actually a videographer. She does a lot of
Okay.
videographer work and she does edit. Yes.
Yeah, I saw the edits because I'm personally an editor and I studied that, and I
Really.
was like, wow, that's really good. She's got a
Yeah.
lot of talent. So I'm
She's
like,
amazing.
yeah, I love it. No, yeah, and that's amazing that you guys were able to come together in just let not even 6 months and
Yeah.
already have that amazing,
Yeah.
creative podcast just blossom out of it. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. Yeah,
Yeah. It is so amazing. I really just appreciating us getting comfortable with each other, in a
yeah,
short period of time because it is kind of important that we often like I love to network and people always ask me like how did I get the um mentality of networking, like where did it come from, and I
right.
often just tell them like it really just come from being able to be social and being eager to go where I'm going in my career. So yeah.
Yeah, it's an important quality that you have and that you can hopefully teach one day. That's an amazing thing to do.
Yeah, she taught me some of it, like even sometimes being quiet or sitting back. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that so much. Speaking of like teaching, do you have a lot of talent within like photography? Do you feel like
Hmm.
you ever kind of put yourself into a teaching position, maybe teaching master classes on how to do your style or anything of the
So
sort?
I am in school right now. I actually just changed my whole major in school to media, to digital media. I'm at school at Harold Washington right now, and this is my first semester there. I just decided at this time of my life, like I'm ready to take it to the next level.
Yeah,
So I'm willing to grow a relationship with the knowledge of media and photography and just the career alone.
I love that so much. Congratulations on
Thank
starting up
you so
school.
much.
That's a
Thank
huge
you.
step. Yeah,
Yes,
congrats.
like I was in school for elementary education. So the teaching part, that is really me. Like I really love teaching. I really love the gift of being able to teach somebody else and give back in a different way. So
Yeah, I love that. That's great. And you're going to be able to do that with your podcast, hopefully. I think so.
yes,
It's going to reach a lot of different people. So it's going to be amazing. I
thank
love
you
that.
so much.
Of course. Thank you.
Mhm.
And going off of more about your creative flow, do you feel like there is a specific process on what you like, how you want to do photography or like what you're looking for when you have a client or when you're searching for a client?
Okay, so one thing that I particularly go for is artists. I feel like artists allow me to express myself more with my art of like doing thick edits and allowing like pictures to be like my style instead of like original, like the rest of the photographers and videographers. I feel like that's where I stand out. A lot of my clients love to say like I'm a edit too much girl, like I over edit, and that's a good thing because that takes time as well. So
Yeah. And it shows a lot of dedication into your work, which is really admirable. So
yeah,
I love
so
that.
thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Of course. Would you say for like photo shoots, do you ever try to kind of experiment with like studio photo shoots, colors and like props or like
Mhm.
almost kind of like having the client play a part or something?
Okay, so one thing I do is I like to feel the vibes of my clients. I often say I don't shoot pictures, I shoot memories. Um I honestly love to make my client's story their pictures. So oftentimes a lot of like, emotion or pictures with grandma, last pictures, pictures with important families, stuff like that. I feel like that's what I gravitate more when I look into my clients. or
Yeah.
like the beauty or the style. So
Yeah. I love that so much. And I noticed some of that with like even some of the prom pictures you have for like your prom
yeah.
package,
Hmm.
which they seem so pretty. And I'm just like,
Thank you so much.
I wish I saw you when I was in prom. Like I wish I would have like hit you up and been like, take my pictures because they came out great. So I
Thank you
was
so
actually
much.
curious about that because
Hmm.
honestly, being a business owner is a tough thing and you're doing such a great job so
Thank
far.
you so
How do
much.
you feel like where do you get the confidence for yourself when you're knowing your worth when you're making these prices for that type of stuff?
Okay, so oftentimes I talk to people, I talk to my mentors, I talk to people of business. I actually just got my LLC this year for the greatest shots. I know I don't like yell it out loud, but I am definitely proud of myself for, gaining to the next level of business when it comes to what I want to do and my
Mm-hmm.
passion for what I do. So that played a big part. Um, I feel like being around a lot of people and being social play a really big role for me because I'm a talkative person and I feel like if you can gravitate my energy from, a conversation or just being around me that you understand like I can be your business partner, I can be your friend, client first always though. Like that's I'll go into things willing or trying to find a way to help the next person.
Yeah, I love that so much. That's great. Awesome. Would you like have any possible advice when it comes to starting your own business and like especially if it's such an independent one where you have to kind of be the person that does almost everything?
Yeah. Um, I say don't rush your process. That's my number one thing because oftentimes we see people or we're around people. Well, I can speak for myself. I've been in like rooms with content creators like that are billionaires in their industry. I've been around rappers. I've been around the old and new, Boosie, Rob 49. Like I've been given opportunities to be in like music videos and stuff like that or make content, and in those times I'm never like scared. So don't be afraid to take a leap and try something new. Oftentimes we are put in places to be uncomfortable so we can adjust or know how to fit in the room. So don't be afraid to feel like you're weird at first, but get comfortable in the rooms that you're entering. Never be insecure in your craft. Always be confident. Never let people know what you don't know.
Yes. Oh
That's
my God.
that's yes. Never let people know what you don't know because oftentimes when we go into things, not knowing or unconfident, we make more space for criticism.
Hmm. Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Got a lot of wise words. Those are great. That's a
Thank
lot of great advice for people. Yes. Yes, Christian. Solid advice. Perfect for
yes.
anyone starting any sort of business. That's
Yes.
beautiful. I love it. Going back to your photography, would you feel like you could label or kind of like name the style that you kind of go for, or that even if it's been like a long time period of different styles you've kind of geared towards, would you have like a overall one or names for each one that you've been through?
I like to say lifestyle because I feel like again I shoot moments, I capture moments, not just pictures. I feel like I can capture a blurry picture with somebody doing a backflip, and only we know from the picture that what we see, the blurriness, the legs in the air and stuff like that. But I can show you a process. I can show you the process. So the person bending over, the person feet going in the air, and then the whole process. So I feel like I
Yeah.
can give different stories through my photography. I really say landscape as well. I'm getting into like so much in the media world. Bless you. I'm getting
Thank
so much into the media world. I'm also like a social media specialist at True Star Media, where I make a lot of content for them, and they bring it back to the office, and I work on it. So
Yeah, that's a lot. You have a lot of hats you play in your life, and that's really
yeah,
impressive. Yeah,
thank you so
amazing. Of course. Would you say you have like a preference when it comes to being in front of the camera or being behind the camera or even just kind of being in the post-production world of everything?
Okay, so this is funny because I've acted with Black Ice Studios before.
Mhm.
Um, when I was younger, I used to do little stuff for I used to like get into the modeling field. So I did like fashion shows for Disney before.
Wow.
I've done everything. I've recently done skits. So I just feel like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like um more being I love being behind the scenes. Like I'm such a behind the scenes girl, but when it comes to being in front of the camera, I'm never shy and I'm always willing to take that extra leap.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I mean, I feel like right now you even show you have such a great personality that I feel
Thank you
like
so much.
it's worth it to be for in front and in behind for
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
I often get that, and that's why I ended up taking the leap of taking the job at True Star. I was never in the media field before then, so this was like my first real job when it comes to media. So I'm definitely grateful. I'm looking to get more opportunities with different networks and organizations to, sharpen my skills and gain more knowledge in different places and things.
Yeah. And how did that like opportunity come about with, what was it called? It was Joy Star? I'm so sorry.
True Star Media.
I don't know
You
why.
ever heard of True Star magazine?
Oh, the magazine. Oh my God,
Yes.
yes. Oh
Yeah,
my
so I work
God.
for them. Yes,
That's
so it's really
amazing.
like a dream come true for me. Because again, it all ties back to the magazine that I said I wanted to create. So getting more insight in learning journalism and stuff like that inside of True Star, them equipping me to go take clients on and not having people to depend on, but just myself, like you said earlier, like the independency of being
Right.
a photographer and having a business. Like it is very independent and you go by yourself. You don't go with a crowd or go with, security and stuff like that. So it becomes like more of a confidence thing going in.
Yeah, and that's such a great opportunity. And I mean, honestly, like it's gonna be so admirable for all the people that, are looking up to you and want to do what you do. That's gonna be great. I
Yeah,
love that.
thanks.
Yeah. What are your goals so far? Obviously you're still with TrueStar. Do you
Mhm.
have any other goals that you want to reach as you get older and, with other magazines, including your own, or maybe even joining a different like production?
Okay, so my biggest goal right now is to find myself at a corporation media company, whether it's for I mean not Love City, but Love City. I would love to go there. Um, Live Nations, 1390, 107.5. I would like to bring the way my creativity and the way I do media over there. I feel like it'll help them gain more um of a bigger audience when it comes to people, because radios go so far, and
Right.
so bringing it to the internet will give them a big platform, which I feel like they are active and they do have a platform already, but I feel like I can bring more.
Yeah, I love that so much. Those are great dreams, and I'm sure you're gonna reach them. And I'm so
Thank you
excited to
so
see
much.
you when you get there. Yeah, of course. That's amazing. I love that so much. Well, going back to more about your photography,
Hmm.
do you ever like, do you feel like you have any big influences when it comes to what you create? Or this could even be for your magazine or even for, the content or like the digital media that you create. Do you have influences or things that you kind of nitpick from to kind of help form what you're looking for?
People that I look at is Christian Loggins, Kayla Sullers, TJ Williams, Will Mass. Those are people all located in Chicago that bring a big impact to me. They do a lot of stuff in the communities when it comes to just their work. Doing videos for people, doing videos for organizations, documentaries. I've never been like a TV girl, but I've always been into like stuff that catch my attention. So like media, and like videos, music videos and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I love that so much. Yeah. Would you say you have any like influences, kind of old school influences, maybe stuff from like past, maybe 2020 YouTube or 2010 YouTube or anything like that, that kind of helped in the beginning stages of your career?
okay, so what's funny is um I feel like photography wasn't something that I ever really thought I would be doing. Um, I used to love taking pictures of myself, like just in the mirror. Like I can tell you probably right now, this phone alone is probably, I'm about to tell you the album, it holds a lot. So 94,000 photos.
Wow.
So that goes all the way back from like 2017. And that's probably when I just started finally using iPhone. So that just told me like alone, like, oh my God, like I can turn this into something. And so people often used to ask me to take their pictures on their phones and they would be like, oh my God, these are cute, like beautiful angles, everything is right. And so one day I had went into school and they end up having a seminar for photography 101. And shout out to my teacher, Mr. Creighton. He actually is one of my mentors in media. He's a photographer for the mayor in the city of Chicago.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So yes, these people like that, like I go into rooms, the same rooms as him now, and he'd be like, oh my God, like I'm proud of you. I'm glad like you're making it. And so like those are the times that I take the biggest impact and when to grow from. I actually, back to the point, I actually started taking pictures of his bald head. Um and that's how I actually started photography because at first I was doing it for a grade, and then I noticed like, you know what, I can take 5 different angles of this one head and it be a different art. So
I love that so much. And that's
yeah.
amazing. What are some of other your mentors that you've kind of gathered throughout? And like how would you give advice to people who are looking for a mentor?
um that's one of my biggest mentors in media right now. Oftentimes people do reach out and want to help, or I reach out and I'm able to ask them questions and like learn different things. I'm not gonna lie, social media is a big platform, and if you don't take advantage then you will get lost in your plan because it's there and everything is free for now. So like take advantage because one day I feel like we're gonna have to pay for social media. Like we're not understanding like even just what's going on worldly right now. Like and not a lot is free.
Mm-hmm. That's a great point, honestly. That's an amazing point. I
Yeah.
love
Not
yeah.
a lot of experiences are free. Not a lot of exposure is free. You're not gonna like concerts cost $1,000. I've touched sometimes, like I've been in places where I didn't have to pay for it. So yeah.
Right. That's very true. Yeah. And going back to the mentor question, do you feel like it's gonna would you personally think it's gonna get harder as, social media, with all of what's going on and what could possibly happen with social media? Do you feel like it's gonna get harder getting a mentor, like looking for that help, especially nowadays when people feel like they don't want to give handouts sometimes?
Yes, people. I, I feel like it's just a Chicago thing when it comes to mentorship and wanting to give out handouts or just willing to be guidance. I feel
Yeah.
like we look at that often as giving somebody the key to something, and it's really just helping with people with their experiences. Um in their journeys of photography. Just because you can help somebody now don't mean it will be the same later. Like people pick up new techniques every day from different people. So
Yeah. And going off of the future of technology and social
mhm.
media, what are your thoughts when it comes to AI and including in your digital craft and all that such and post
Okay,
production?
so a little secret. I just came from I do security part time as well. And I came and it was a big production for Microsoft. And so they're about to take over the AI world. They're about to take it to the next dimension. I feel like in photography right now that is a big thing because photography is being taken um like as a joke when it comes to people's craft because they're willing to do the same thing with the AI system. I feel like it's just showing creators or photographers better ways to put their images or like create from there. But I feel like it's not taken away from the community.
Yeah. And it's an important topic, like just getting to know it because it's also involved in a lot of softwares that we use as like within digital media, within post production, or even like, if you're trying to add a filter onto something after a
Yeah,
picture, it's going to be involved. And, like you said earlier, everything evolves and changes when it comes to, handing that key down to someone. So we kind of
yeah.
have to learn as creatives to kind of know
Share.
everything.
And that's why I built the platform. I feel like I needed to be able to like share the people that I have in my space.
Hmm.
Because just because people are willing to do one thing don't mean they're willing to do another for other people. So I wanted to be able to place, allow fans to come and get the knowledge they need from people on my platform.
Yeah, and that's amazing. I love that so much. And I think they're definitely getting that. So,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, of course. It's great to see the kind of platform that you're building. It's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. And speaking of like building platforms, do you have any like goals or plans on more platforms? Of course, you have your podcast, but any
Mhm.
other platforms that you plan to build for yourself or the community that you have around you?
I definitely want an organization that helps everybody who want to learn media. I would really say women, because it's a dominant field when it comes to men. A lot of men do this. A lot of women, I guess they don't have much interest in it, or it's harder finding the interest in it. So I feel like making a mentorship. Like I said, we're growing inside of our platform with the podcast. We're bringing in people who are beginners, and we have people who already excel in their work, just to have people who know what to do and who are learning. I have this special saying that I always say, and that says trying and training. So yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Super excited for that. I think it's gonna be so helpful in so many ways. But
Thank you
yeah.
so much.
Yeah, of course. It's amazing. And speaking of, it's clearly that your hard work is paying off with building your platform and gathering so many people on your team and networking, and it's amazing. You've built thousands of followers here on Instagram. Do you have other platforms that you want to kind of reach onto, like YouTube or TikTok, and like stuff that you want to kind of pursue for your personal goals?
We want to get this to TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, all platforms. I think it'll be an amazing experience just for people to even get like short clips that we will be putting out. Our promo videos are literally gonna be for the community. Like we're gonna be bringing different people in to advertise not only our business but them. So yeah,
Yeah, I think Twitch is a great idea,
yeah,
especially for long content like a podcast
yeah,
and live interaction. That'd be great.
yeah,
That's a perfect idea. Yeah,
yes.
amazing. Um, Kind of going off of, your personal goals, do you have any routines when it comes to setting up a photo shoot and, having maybe a studio or even going out to like festivals and shooting artists? Do you have like a routine? in like set for yourself?
No, I wouldn't say routine. I kind of just go in asking like what are my interests of my clients and the people that I work with, or what are they looking for? I often go off a lot of personalities of people to go bright color or dark tone, or like bring a lot of light to the videos, or slow mo, fast, stuff like that. Does that
I
answer
love
your question?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
honestly that in itself is an amazing routine. Like just making sure that your client is the first thing you want and like you want their identity
Yeah.
first. That's a beautiful routine in itself. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you're not, when you're not creating content, when you're not making amazing artwork, what are you
Mhm.
doing with your free time?
Spending time with other artists, networking, like that's really all I do ever.
I love it. No, yeah. It's a great thing to do and you have a great talent for it. So might as well
Yes,
use
thank
it.
you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Of course. And then going off of more like photo shoots and content that you create, are there any favorite moments that you've had recently or any favorite artists that you've just adored collaborating with?
Um, I'm really stuck on the content house. The content house was something that I've also achieved. I wasn't ever into skits. Like I said, I'm more of a behind the scenes girl. So taking that leap and getting comfortable with doing skits and doing different things, new things, definitely brought me to wanting to do more, even on my own. So yeah.
I love that. Yeah, it's amazing. And do you feel like, do you have any like goals on people that you would love to work with or anyone in particular?
Um, in Chicago based, I want to work with everybody from Chicago. I used to be a teen advocate. So I love the, political stuff. So I want to do some stuff for businesses with like the headshots. That's the way that I often give back. I usually do free stuff randomly on my page just to give back, or bring in models to help them, grow up. I bring a lot of new models in that say they never modeled before, but when they get in front of the screen, they look like a different person. So, yeah,
I love that so much. You're giving so much back to people, and you're
yeah,
also able to just kind of be the start of someone's career
yeah.
almost. That's amazing. I
Thank you so
love
much.
that. That's amazing. Yeah, of course. That's amazing. Yeah. Um, on a bigger scale, would you say you have like what would be your toughest challenge like within your career that you've faced so far?
Is skipping really bad? I don't know if that's my side.
Oh, it could be both of our sides, honestly. It might be my Wi-Fi as well.
Okay.
But basically, just what is one of your biggest challenges that you've had in your career?
Um, the lack of clientele that I bring in sometimes. Prom season is one of my biggest seasons. Where I make the most money, honestly. Um, I can say like not promoting myself takes a big part in the lack of clientele. But yeah.
Amazing, yeah. It's a tough time too, honestly. I feel like it can be tough for a lot of photographers, videographers, people who are trying to just put themselves out there.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad you got some clientele during prom season. Hopefully
Yes.
it could be like wedding season or, even
Yeah.
um, now with like winter cards, I don't know, like holiday
Yeah.
cards, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Um, and then kind of going back on to like photo shoots, would you say that it's easier to do like a set, like a pre-studio set photo shoot, or would you prefer being kind of like live and in the action and doing something like outside?
Um, I want to get more into studio shoots. I feel like I am diverse in what I do, so that really don't matter. But um, yeah, I wanted to get into more studio shoots helping brands um get their work out.
Awesome. For like brands and larger companies, would you ever want to take a directorial role or like someone that's kind of like a managerial role when it comes to being in the studio?
Um, Tell me that question one more time.
You're good. Yeah. Would you ever want to do like kind of be director role when it comes to filming or when it comes to shooting your photography or like some sort of in charge role in the studio for those larger brands?
I want to own my own production company. Like, I want to have my own team, that I travel around the world with, whether it's for concerts, whether it's for productions everywhere, movies, all of that. So, yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I know you've been to some festivals here and there and some music
Mhm.
fests. What are some of your favorite ones that you've been to so far, and what are some that you would love to just be a part of?
Um, I feel like one thing I missed this year was like tacos and tequila because they bring big artists, and diverse artists. I feel like that's what I want to go for, like big people that are doing different stuff. And I feel like I want to use my platform to do like more positive stuff. So like stuff with the city of Chicago, get along.
Yeah, I love that. I could definitely see you like posting up at Sueños. So I think that would be like, I don't know, that sounds like such a fun idea. And,
Hold on, I
collaborating
can
with
do that.
everyone. Yes,
Yeah,
I think that'd be such a great idea, and hopefully you can get invited to one or,
yeah,
just come up.
yeah,
Yes, tacos and tequila is a great time. Yes,
yeah.
of course. Yeah, that'd be such a fun goal for you. I love that so much.
Yes, thank you.
Um, yeah, of course. So I just wanted to kind of ask a little more like kind of heavy hitting question, but not too crazy. But more just about like photographers in general. So throughout like history, there's a lot of photographers and creatives that played such a huge role, and you kind of touched on this earlier with the political. You wanted to be more involved in like political photo shoots.
Mhm.
Um, but they've been played such a huge role in spreading news and current events and just taking like important pictures that have been placed into like historic books. Would you ever want to be a part of that? Or like is there a part of you that would just be like that's kind of a great achievement to hit as a photographer?
I really like taken I've done pictures at like book signings and stuff like that. I would love to see my work published on somebody's book. I feel like that is another like way that is gonna push my business. Not only for it telling stories, but being about people's, true stories, false stories, and all. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that so much. I think that's such a great time too. I mean, like unfortunately
Yes,
with everything
thank you so
going
much.
on,
Yes.
yeah. But it's a great time to spread the news about everything, whether it's with content creation in digital media or with just photography in general. There's a lot of power to just a photo or frame. So I
Yeah.
think hopefully you can definitely achieve that for sure.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. It's amazing. Um, Let me just get into my other question that I lost. So many creatives have like different slogans, different logos, or something that is kind of unique to themselves that everyone can see, and they're like, "Oh, I know who that is," or like for instance, at the last live we mentioned like Billie Eilish with her green hair at the time, like something that just kind of like audiences and followers are like, "I know who you're talking about." Would you say you have one for your own personal brand, or would you want
Yes.
one?
Yes, trying and training. I feel like we oftentimes lack wanting to be trained for something because we look for people to criticize us or judge us for what we're doing. But as if you're training but for something, then you can't be judged because you're always learning.
Yeah, I love that. That's a beautiful slogan.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider the more popular you get and the more well known you are, would you ever consider posting out with like merch or even
Hmm.
just like kind of doing like meet and greets or like being like special with photography for people that are supporting you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's actually coming really soon with Shopreneurs.
Oh, really? I love
Yes.
that. Oh my
We
God.
actually have buttons already. We got to
Oh my
get you
God.
one. Yes.
Yes, perfect. And it works out perfectly with your podcast. I mean, obviously you guys are gonna have some sort of logo or something, so it's gonna work out and hopefully people are able to tune in and kind of recognize it based off of anything that you guys post. But yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I love that so much. Oh my God. Um, and then going off more about photo shoots or getting ready for filming videos, do you ever think about like the props that go into the situation or the hair or makeup or anything like that, or even like wardrobe when it comes to shooting clientele or even just filming clientele?
I feel like um, one thing for me, I feel like I look at is like style. I like how people dress and when people literally like bring different style to the camera. That's what I look for, or different unique people that make different music and stuff like that, so I can be able to make a image out of them.
Awesome. Yeah. Do you feel like you ever include their music into your edits afterwards?
Yeah, so um actually an artist that I actually worked with named Unique Royale. She actually I did like some BTS for her and KB Nini behind the scenes. If you look on my page, they had one of them, I think it was Neek, who had on like green, and then they were in front of like a Jeep and stuff like that. That was more of lifestyle, but um Nick music is very unique and it expresses herself, so I allow to show her expression through her videos. So
I love that so much. Yeah. And
yes,
it's
ma'am.
perfect, like mix of both worlds, the music, the composition of the music, as well as, just the lifelike of them just kind of being themselves. It's beautiful. So just to kind of wrap things up just a little bit, I just wanted to play a quick little game with you, just called This or That. So basically, I'm just gonna lighten it up just a little bit, and I'll just ask you a few questions, about 5 rounds or so, of certain scenarios related to art and photography, lighting, and filming. And then you're just gonna tell me which one you prefer, just for
Hmm.
the audience. Awesome. So first one, this or that. Would you prefer studio shoot or outdoor shoot?
What's my first?
Studio shoot or outdoor shoot, would you prefer?
Um, Outside shoots, more creativity, more scenery, and yeah.
Awesome. Love it. Second one would be, do you prefer black and white portraits or vibrant colors?
Colors, vibrant colors, for sure.
Awesome. Yeah. And then third one would be natural lighting or moody lights, kind of like added lights, artificial ones.
Um, I go more artificial. Like I said, I like the extra in art. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought about it too, honestly, like a red light or even like a little green light to kind
A
of
blue
separate.
light, a purple
Yeah.
vibrant light.
A
Yeah.
perfect. Yes. I love a purple
Yeah.
light. Um, Round four, freestyle candid moments or fully styled concept shoot.
Um, Fully styled for sure.
Fully styled. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm an extra person. Like I'm always gonna bring something extra to the vision. So yeah.
Love that so much. And it works out too, like, you have it kind of planned and you can also add a little more to it.
Yeah.
Um, Round five, would you rather be shooting a rising local star or a famous performer?
A famous performer only because the exposure that I'll receive, but I'd rather shoot somebody local as well. So yeah.
Yeah, mix of both. Love it. I love it so much. And then
Yeah.
lastly, would you prefer shooting on a digital camera or a professional camera?
A professional camera.
Awesome. Even with like the new like trend of doing digital, it's just professionals always go to. All right, awesome job. And then before we wrap up, Talia, I just really quickly wanted to make sure you are able to give the audience and let them know about anything exciting going on in your life.
Just make sure y'all tune in to Shopreneurs coming really soon. Thank you again for the opportunity, and I hope to hear from you guys again. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, and we'll definitely keep an eye out for that. And before we say goodbye, we just wanted to make sure we can. Where can our viewers find you and all of your platforms?
At the greatest shots, at Talia the greatest, and at Shopreneurs.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
joining today, Talia. This has been a great interview.
Thank you
It's
so
been
much.
amazing to with you. Yeah, of course. And everyone tune in. Don't forget to tune into Shypreneurs and go ahead and follow her. She'll be linked
Yes,
to
ma'am.
our following. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
so
much for coming out.
much. So glad for the opportunity, and I can't wait to have you on the podcast.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much
Thank
for being on
you.
our chat. Yeah. Have a great
Thank
night,
you. See
okay?
you. Good night,
Bye.
guys.
Bye, everyone. Take care.